My name is Gitali, Chairman, Tobacco Control and Health Promotion Alliance. We are here in this conference to deliberate on issues tobacco control. And now at this time, we are really looking at the review of the Tobacco Control Act and other policies. And I would like to say on behalf of the Tobacco Control Fraternity, civil society organizations, that we are very keen this time because there are products that have come to the market, whatever we are terming as novel and emerging tobacco and nicotine products that are not adequately covered by the current law. And that's why we want this law reviewed so that these products are well covered. And our position here is that the novel and all these emerging products such as e-cigarettes, oral nicotine pouches should be banned from our country. They should be banned. There is nothing like talking about licensing them, doing this and that, because even our neighbors who have banned them, like Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, they are complaining that Kenya is the gateway, that these products are getting into their countries illegally through Kenya. And that's a very bad reputation, given that Kenya has been the leader in this region in tobacco control. And we are also saying that the designated smoking areas should also be removed from our towns especially. They can be in places maybe like the airport where they cater for the foreigners, but when it comes to our towns like Nairobi, these things of seeing these kind of places at the CBD, in our gardens, is just bad. It's health hazard. So we don't want those things there. They should be removed. And BAT and other tobacco companies should not be handled leniently as they come up with what they are treating as to be safer alternatives to tobacco or to smoking. Well, these products are flavored, they attract young people into the world of addiction, and then they also make these young people now to graduate into using of the hard drugs. So we are saying these things must not be allowed. The idea of BAT coming up with a manufacturing plant to manufacture oral nicotine pouches for the region is just bad, because the entire Africa looks at Kenya as a very bad place now, and yet we were leaders. We are now the ones allowing these things to enter. We are the ones now even ready to manufacture these things. We do not want anything to do with the licensing or doing what, but we want a total ban to these products. And then removal of designated smoking areas should be done. And then we also need to know how the money that is coming from tobacco companies is being utilized. The Solatium compensatory contribution. We have got this fund that is receiving this money. It's a lot of money, millions, and we don't know where the money goes. And instead, the Ministry of Health is now coming up with the other names, concealing tobacco control, so that this money is not used for the purpose for which it is being collected. They want to use it on other things by talking about alcohol, drug and substance, whatever, or mental health. You know, that is a way of diverting the funds from the real use. When the entire world is now focusing on tobacco control, Kenya is watering down efforts to deal with the tobacco in the country. This one we say no, we want tobacco control in Kenya to be strengthened for the good of this country.
Chairman, could you be able to know how much that KETCA has collected?
We are not aware. We don't know how much has come in, from who, but one thing we know, which we have been told by BAT and other players, is that this KETCA has got a lot of money. But even within government, you go to the division that is concerned with it, you are told they don't even know they don't have access, that the only person with access to the KETCA is the PS. Initially, it was the Secretary Tobacco Control Board. It was moved to the head of the Tobacco Control Division, which is no longer there. And now they are fighting day and night over the same. There were wars, and the wars are still there. Until now, it is in the hands of the PS, and we do not.
When was it introduced?
This was introduced immediately after the case that the government won. Well, this in 20 2017. Yeah, it's when BAT started bringing in money. We don't know who else started bringing in this money, and it is actually in millions. So if it has been not in use, then the kit must be flooding now with all this money. So we don't know where it is going, and that's where we are now saying, you people, the media, ask them to tell us. Normally they respond better when you people ask them these questions, and we would also want even Parliament. We are going to appeal to the Parliament to ask these questions so that we know where is this money going, who has paid how much, who is in charge. There is no legal framework that governs the way this kit is being used, in spite of even our partners from out having supported the process of coming up with the regulations for the kitty. Then those regulations were thrown out. We were told the Attorney General said it was unconstitutional and all that. But money had come in to set up this kind of a kitty and to come up with the regulations. So then we don't know much.
Fund.
Yes.
Gitali have just mentioned that they will establish 10 rehabilitation centers in 10 hotspot counties.
Yes.
And also use that money for cessation programs. Are you in any way aware of maybe the context of this cessation program, or is it going the way that the industry has been marketing the cessation program as by introducing the novel products as an alternative to maybe the smoking problem?
It is wrong for the industry to come up with solutions to the problems that it is creating. The only solution that the industry can come up with is to stop manufacturing those things, and it would have solved. But then when it comes to the ministry coming up with the cessation programs, we are not reading the picture how. We are not involved. And this has been going on for the last 2-3 years, talking about the same, and then nothing is forthcoming. And it's not the only thing they are coming up with. They've come up with so many things, and then those things just vanish. Until now, even tobacco industry is having a field day, breaking the law, violating the Tobacco Control Act at will. And the government keeps on saying we are going to do this. At one time they said they want to finance what we call county implementation boards, so that we have also this, what is at the national level at the Tobacco Control Board, being replicated at the county level, which has never happened. They talked about funding CSOs that were involved in this, that you come up with a budget of what you want to do, then they finance. That one died like that. So coming up with new good things is something that they have kept on doing. But doing anything substantial is what is lacking. Yeah.